Hey, where's Rook 85? Yeah, 4th of July, you saw the flags in the entrance here, and a patriotic song. Just up here for the 4th of July, a little solo trip to come up, do a little bit around the cabin, maybe some work, and maybe some just relaxation and kicking back and enjoying a good cigar too. We'll see about that. We'll see about the weather. I kind of postponed a trip that I was going to do a few weeks back, just because there was supposed to be heavy thunderstorms up here. And they said there may be some this next few days, next 3 days. I'm going to be up here. It's Sunday. Be up here Monday, Tuesday, which is the 4th of July, and then I'll be back on Wednesday morning, of course. You know the drill by now. But just gonna come up here, do a few things. Like I said, maybe just do a little bit of relaxing. I have my weed whacker with me. I have some lime for the field over here. I didn't even go take a look at it yet. I was hoping to get up there this afternoon. A couple good meals coming up. Not going to go all out. Tonight's going to be one of the, I think Aldi calls it a Freemont boil, which is basically the shrimp and the sausage, potatoes, corn. Some mussels in there, so I'm going to have that, and then a little bit of chicken kebabs, and then some more chicken on Tuesday, some little 4th of July chicken also. So it'll be chicken, shrimp, and everything that goes with that. So it's going to be a good time. Stick around, grab a beverage, grab your 4th of July beverage if you have any left over, and hope you enjoy. Well, if you can hear me over this rain, which we desperately need up here, so I'm not complaining. Be nice if it was when I wasn't here, but we'll take it, as they say. But I got the Freemont boil here, and this is something I picked up at Aldi. It's about 10 bucks or so. There you go, shrimp, sausage, mussels. I'll get that seasoning packet in there. Well, we're just about finished here. I tried the shrimp and it's done. Still nice and tender. So I don't want them to go too far. Start draining this out and we're going to have some dinner. Take a look at this nice looking boil that we have here. This Fremont boil. For the $10, it's really good. They don't overdo it on the potatoes. Just 2 pieces of corn. I thought I was going to be able to do this outside, but I guess I'll stay in here since it's still raining. It's about a little after 5. Still coming down, and if it stops, I may go out as I'm smoking this cigar that I got down at the Big Humidor down in Bridgeville, Delaware. I frequent that every once in a while, pick up a cigar down there. As they've had before, they have the gentleman, the owner of DBL Cigars, that's Dominican Big League Cigars, Francisco Almonte, and he was there rolling cigars, or at least putting the wrapper on some cigars. I went down there and saw him, and he personally made this for me, this cigar right here. You're going to see that one right in this video right now. So let's take a quick couple-minute look at him rolling this cigar up for me.
Wanna try a fresh roll?
I don't know. Sure.
How do you like, mild, medium, or full body?
Medium.
Smoke a fresh roll?
I think I do.
Okay, you're gonna like this. this is a Dominican tobacco.
Okay.
It's a hybrid between two Cuban C. It's Dominican filler, and the wrapper is Habano. Cuban C growing in Ecuador. I'm gonna love this. A lot of flavor. Wanna smoke it now?
No, probably I have a little. All right, thank you very
Enjoy,
much.
sir.
Appreciate that.
Came up with a bag and put that in.
Well, that was interesting to watch him do that. He is a true professional, and he's been doing this for a very, very long time. Rolling cigars. He worked with some of the big outfitters down in the Dominican, and he really knows what he's doing. He puts out a good product too. And to go along with that, we got some monkey shoulder Scotch. Haven't drank Scotch in a pretty long time. I just had a little bit of a hankering, I guess you want to call it, for it. So I decided to pick up something a little bit different. Oh, that's nice. That goes very well with the cigar. If you see monkey shoulder, not bad priced, and nice, pretty good taste to it too. I kind of went over to bourbon, in the last 20 years or so, but having a Scotch, maybe I'll get back on the Scotch train every once in a while. So that kind of ends it for day one. I was up early. I was up kind of like 5 and went back to bed for a little bit, and then back up, take a shower, etc., and drive on up here. Traffic was good, Sunday traffic, but still probably just watched a little bit of a movie. And hey, speaking of movie, there's a couple movies I had in the last video. This first one here, I think I had 2 frames. It's one with the giraffe, and that's John Wayne, or a stunt double. Italian beauty queen that was in this movie. I kind of like the movie, and it is Hatari, an African movie about folks that would catch animals for zoos. But it always kind of, I always get a laugh when I watch that movie due to the chain smoking and the amount of drinking that goes on in it. That was Hatari, for those that have got it, and some of you did. And of course the layup, here we have Gettysburg. And very critical time in the nation's history. And it is July, what do you have? July 2nd right now. So the battle has just begun in Gettysburg. A salute to the gentleman in blue that held the line and stopped the advancement of the South. And if they wouldn't have had them, I'm sure they would have pushed right on into Philadelphia. And I think that would have been a terrible time for the Union. I'm not sure what would have happened if they were successful. So interesting time in history. We'll watch a movie or something like that and probably turn in early. Just having a little coffee here. We got the Lavazza Classico in the old dripper today, and I'm kind of honing in on that dripper and how to get a good cup of coffee out of it. Had to make the grinds a little bit bigger, coarser grinds, and this is a good cup of coffee this morning. Whether it's the coffee, whether it's the grind, whether it's me learning how to do it, I'm not sure, but it's pretty good. I don't know, do you hear that sound again? Yeah, that's more rain. So we couldn't get a drop of rain up here, and now we're getting rain constantly. So it's put a little cramp in some of the things that I want to do. I wanted to drive you over to Susquehannock State Forest this morning, and that's named after the Indian tribe that used to inhabit the area. And it's 265,000 acres in Potter, McKean, and Clinton County, I think. And I wanted to go over there to Locy Point, and it's supposed to be a really nice vista, and fly the drone over there for a little bit just to see a little bit of the different spot of Pennsylvania. It's about 35 minutes, 40 minutes from here. up Route 6, which is always a nice ride to go up Route 6. We're kind of locked in with this weather again. I know if I fly the drone, number one, I don't want to fly in the rain. The other thing is you're probably just going to see nothing but clouds out here, because to take a look at this, we got nothing but clouds, and I'm sure it's going to look kind of the same over that way. We got a good breakfast cooking up here. We got Jimmy Dean English muffin, egg, cheese, and sausage, along with a Jimmy Dean pancake on a stick that has the sausage inside. Nice cinnamon French toast type pancake. This looks pretty good. I do have the lime that I wanted to get up there in the field, and as hard as it came down last night, either it was going to be good because it would have soaked in, or it would have been bad because it would have washed it away. So I'm not sure whether I don't want to leave the lime here and have it just get hardened up. But we'll see what I want to do. If I get a bright spot this afternoon, I think I just may put it down and take a chance. Probably going to put it heavier on the top. So that's a to be determined, like a lot of things on this trip is. But hey, did enjoy that Scotch and cigar last night. I didn't overdo it with the Scotch. I had like 1.5, and that cigar was absolutely fantastic. Really enjoyed it. And again, thanks for DBL Cigars and Francisco. It was very, very, very good cigar. So enjoyed that immensely. I know I'm going to enjoy this breakfast in here. I decided to come up here, check the Clover out, and we can see we're making a lot of progress here. There's a nice patch over there. It's just even on the side along the road here. You can see I drove up, but some nice clover coming up. Do have a little bit of that. I think that rye coming up from what the logger put in, but that's okay. It's mixed in with the clover there, and you can see a lot of clover starting to come up. And again, our nice patch over here. Unfortunately, my camera up in the tree over here did not send me any pics. I've been looking at a few from some of the suggestions that you made, and just haven't made a decision on which one I want to get yet. Do I feel some sprinkles coming down? So it looks like the ground is hard enough here, and not be too muddy to be able to actually put this lime out. Got me change my clothes and be back up here for a little lime, and then maybe we'll get down to the or get over to the mineral pit and put some things out over there that I had brought up. A little bit more Lucky Buck. I actually brought a block up, you know, like a protein type block with some corn and some good stuff in it. I've seen a lot of fawns over there, so I wanted to get something in there, and I actually brought some alfalfa up too, and I'll spread that out and make sure that's not clumped up, so if it does get wet, it doesn't get moldy on us. And I see the mosquitoes are around, and I have something to show you for that later too. At least this looks a lot more encouraging than it did just a month or so ago when we didn't have any rain at all. It'd be nice if the camera was sending me some pics back. It is taking pictures, just not really sending it to us, so I could pull the card, but don't know if I even feel like doing that right now. And over here is a lot of nice batch clover right in there too. And a little blue sky, and that's the way I think it's actually coming from the southwest. You know, I'm not sure whether we're going to get that blue over us or not. Let's get back to the cabin, maybe get changed and get that lime done, at least so I feel like I'm accomplishing something when I'm up here. I hate to drive all this way. You're talking 12 hours of driving for just sitting in the cabin and having a beverage and watching a movie or something. I could have done that at home. So I want to definitely get something done here. So I think we're okay. I think I told you that 4 times. Get back to the Jeep. Yeah, I think that's where we're at. Have the sunglasses on. I guess that's a good thing. We'll get this lime in the spreader here and get this done, and just hope for the best when we get those downpours. That's all you can really do. You know, kind of think of what a farmer does. You see them doing things because they have to do things, and it'll be like, why didn't they wait till a better day? It's because they don't have the time. Pelletized lime. Glasses are steamed up here. Well, that is it. 80 pounds, and this is most likely even less than a quarter acre. So I think 80 pounds is actually, it's probably minimal. We'll see if we get any different growth or it helps or what, but it's better than nothing. Probably should have done the 120 pounds, but you know, like I said before, I'm up here doing it just me, so what I get, what I get. But I hope it helps, and I'm glad to see some clover coming up. I wish I did have a few picks. They got to be in here eating some of this, which is nice. Yeah, here we are at the mineral pit. A little bit of Lucky Buck, probably another third of a bucket, and that's a Purina deer block, deer protein, and that's the bag. It's alfalfa. Temperature is not bad. It's about 70 something, 70 or low 70s, but the humidity is out of control. Me in the long pants and sweating it up here, but go back and get completely cleaned up, get these pants off and everything. And I wore the long pants through the woods just to worry about ticks and things like that. I don't want any deer ticks on me, so we'll check for that and make sure everything's good. But let's get these few things down here. Like I said, Lucky Buck, a mineral block, or Purina protein block, and some alfalfa. And this is rabbit alfalfa. Never tried it before, but I read deer will eat it. They don't eat Timothy, but they will eat alfalfa, so it'll be interesting. We'll put it over there and see what they do with it. Go ahead and put it up over here where I know it's going to stay relatively dry. Spread it a little bit so it doesn't mold up. Probably will anyway, but what can you do? A lot of corn in that block. I'm sure every animal around here will be in. Squirrels, chipmunks, bear, everything. Raccoons, you name it, they will be in here eating it. Well, let's take a look at some of the pictures here that I got from the camera recently. Well, pretty interesting there, the sow and the cub, very nice. Have not seen those bucks again. Wish I was seeing them hitting this on a regular basis, but I'm not. Well, the Lucky Buck's down, the block is there, and that alfalfa. Again, not sure what they're going to do with that, but that was just an experiment. And we'll get back to that cabin, get cleaned up. Time for lunch, I think. Out on the deck for right now, it's not raining. A little bit of breeze, which we've been kind of missing too, which feels pretty good out here. Just want to give a quick shout out to the Wissahickon Creek anglers. They're going to have their inaugural catfish tournament on July 14th and 15th. Here's the info here. If you're interested, I think they're meeting up at the VFW there. If you're in the area and you're into catfishing, and it sounds like something fun to do. I think I got that from Justin from Delco. So Justin, if you hear the results, certainly let me know. It should be fun to see some of those pictures. Do a few things around the cabin, nothing video worthy, but things that need to be done, and we'll just go ahead and have a little bit of dinner, and hopefully I'm gonna have a chance to get out here on the deck after dinner. And I really missed that last night. I know it's nice sitting in the cabin, you're watching TV, but sitting out here and relaxing after dinner is really on this deck, just can't be beat. Hopefully I'll get to do that after dinner this evening, and after those chicken kebabs, and just very, very nice sitting out here. And you never know what you're going to see. Saw the bear last time. Right down the bottom here, saw a deer. I have a feeling it was bedding in there, and I heard it rummaging around, and then I think it got up and walked on the trail down there. Right at the window here, we got a couple deer. Yeah, I think every outdoors person that hunts September, October, November, and in the south, probably into December and longer, has one of these. Yeah, the Thermacell. That's kind of been the standard for insect repellent, fly repellent, mosquito repellent. Now we have an alternative from Flextail, the Tiny Repel. And this is kind of a 3-tool in one, but basically it's a battery operated Thermacell. But maybe a better alternative to it, since it's lighter, it lasts longer, and it does 3 things. It repels those bugs, it acts as a camp light, and it actually can go ahead and charge your phone also. Say the bugs aren't bad that day, but your cell phone is down, you can certainly go ahead and charge that. It actually gets to 165 degrees if you have it on the high mode, which is about 329 degrees Fahrenheit, which is cooking. If you have it in the camp mode, it's about 230 degrees. If you have it on high in the outdoor mode, it's supposed to give you a 90-foot radius. I mean, 90-foot radius is pretty big. When you're down into the camping mode, we're down into about a 30-foot radius. And it comes in this nice little case, little carrying case. The weight on this is like 5.2 ounces, and that's actually lighter than the Thermacell. So here's what it looks like. Nice. Right in here is where we're going to insert our pads, and I'm going to do that in a minute. Have some pads right here. Has a nice little hook on it that you could actually hook to your backpack as you're walking along, and it would give you that radius, or hook it on something, or say hook it on a tent. And they did also send me a nice tripod to go ahead and put this on too. And the normal tripod, $1.20, I think. And so any tripod that you have, it could work on, but this is a nice little one that could sit down there next to you, or in the middle of everybody sitting out. So, and again, nice little unit. In the high mode, it's going to run about 7 hours. In the low mode, about 10 hours. So that's awful nice. They look a little bit different than the ones for the Thermacell, but that's quite all right. I'm going to go ahead and put one in. And double click it, and you can see it's on green mode, which is the camping mode, which is about the 30-foot radius. And let's just see what happens. Let's see if it starts working for us. It does include USB charging, and it's USB-C, so it's that nice universal now at this point. Now it takes about 50 seconds, they said, to warm up. If we wanted to, we could certainly put it right onto the tripod. It's just pretty nice. Also has a magnetic base on it, so for some reason, if you're around, you need I don't have anything metal right here to stick it to, except my head. The mosquito deterrent, the active ingredient that's in the pad, is right here, and it's the same ingredient that's in the Thermacell. So if it's worked for years for that, so I can't imagine it's not going to work for this. Now, the cost-wise, this is a little bit more expensive than the Thermacell, but I think you're kind of getting more out of it. You're getting really 3 times the product, since you're getting the mosquito repel, you're getting a camp light, and you're getting a phone charger. And I did test this. It's got the USB in there. I connected it in, and I did get charging on my phone, so it definitely works. That puts us into outdoor mode, and you should have 2 of these packets in there. We turn it around, and we can see our battery status right there. Again, here's our USB, and I think you can start to see the steam coming off of there as our repellent leaks out. So there's our 2 spots where we can put our pads in. And again, I have one right now. I'll turn it off, double click, and there's our light. And then actually you can see very different modes. You have 4 different modes, and it can last from, I think, 9 to 50 hours on that light. Double click to turn it on, and there's our green. So let's get that going again. If you don't want the tripod and just something extra to carry, but it's available from them. A nice little item. And hey, if you check out the website, and here's the link, and again, it's in the description below. If you use the code WhiteRook85, you get 15% off. Now this, I think, with the sale item, I think it's about $42. The Flex Tail, you get 10 of these for $7. The Thermacell, you get 4, I think, for about $8. So at least your pads are a little bit cheaper, your active ingredient. Well, let's check out how it is at night, and we'll fast forward a few hours. The lowest setting, a little bit more, a little bit more, and a little bit more. Again, this is the tiny rappel. This is the lantern feature. Not bad for a multi-purpose thing. And again, it's a charger also, and the mosquito repellent. Did have it out here when I was sitting out on the deck, and it kept the bugs away. I think the best thing to do is start it on high. You see the steam coming out, and then shut it down to the camp mode. Go for the outdoor mode, then into the camp mode. Well, that certainly gives you enough light while camping. So the Flex Tail, tiny rappel. Check out the website. Use the code WhiteRook85 if you're interested. Getting on about time for dinner. I'm going to try to keep it simple again here. Have some chicken, sweet chili lime chicken breast skewers or kebabs that I got. And there's a nice, what is that, 7 or 8 of these. So I have a little bit of leftovers. And going to go ahead and put these right on this flat top over here and cook them up with some rice. And that's going to be dinner tonight. Nice and simple. Trying to keep things a little simple when I can, and then we go overboard when it's time. So let me get these starting to fry up, and we'll get that rice ready. Maybe a little cucumber to go with it. The beer, well, this was sent to me. I got a 4-pack in the mail, and I appreciate that. This is Upward Brewing in the Catskills, New York. I appreciate it. Mike and Tyler, who were involved with the brewery, I really appreciate the gesture. This is a nice hazy IPA, but not too strong. It's like 6.6 proof, or 6.6%, I should say, and that's a nice level right there. That's not too strong, and not down in the sometimes lager category where you can get 4.5 and 5. Yeah, here's a picture of the Upward Brewing up there in the Catskills. Also has a nice menu there, so I guess it's more like a brew pub. You can check their website out. You can check them on Facebook, check them on Instagram. Here's a couple of links here, but everything is down below, of course. And again, some nice hazy IPA. So Mike and Tyler, I appreciate that. Some good beer here. You got a nice business going up there, and best of luck to you. Good success. Also have the tiny rappel over here going from Flex Tail, and keep the bugs away. I don't need any bugs. Don't need any bites. Turned out to be a half decent afternoon. They said there was a chance of rain between 4, 5, and 6. Nothing happened, so it's actually pretty nice sitting out here right now. Just saw those deer out here. And hey, speaking of deer, did you get this postcard in the mail? This is the Attention Deer Hunters. Pennsylvania has a new antlerless licensing purchasing system. So if anybody went through that fiasco, and I think it was a fiasco from what I can tell, let me know how you made out. If you got the tag that you wanted to get. Mike, Tyler, good job there. So let me know if you got the tag you wanted to get. Eric was in queue for many hours. I'm not sure how he ended up making out, whether he got the tag that he wanted to get. A friend of Cook said he was in the queue for a long time, and then they email you when you're getting close, and he missed the email and he had to get back in the queue again. So I'm not sure about this licensing system yet. Again, first year, so we'll see. No more pink envelopes. So I am going to sit here on the deck. I'm going to enjoy this pipe. I got to get a lid again. Probably end up going watching a movie. And speaking of movie, I think I said Gettysburg. I think I said yesterday was the first day, but I think it was actually the second day. And today was the third day of Pickett's Charge. Watch another movie tonight. Not sure what I'm going to watch. Maybe 47 Ronin. I'm not sure. I brought up some 80s action movies. Found some in the Goodwill, and when you go in there and you're a senior, I can get them for 69 cents. So 80s was a great time for some action movies. So I do have a couple from the 80s, and we'll see if I end up putting one of those in instead. So should be a nice night. Hopefully the stars will be out, and we'll have another good night's sleep. Happy Independence Day. It's July 4th, and today was my day just kind of to hang around the cabin, which I've been doing for the last couple days. I think the rain is out from what they're saying, and it's not supposed to rain today. It's still pretty cloudy, but I looked on the radar, I don't see anything. I looked on the hourly forecast, don't see anything. So it looks like it's going to be a pretty good day, and I'm just going to kind of hang here, slurp some coffee as always. Something very, very special to put up in the Blue Pot Cafe today that it was sent to me. Very honored to have that, and you'll see that in a bit too. I think the only big thing I may do is put some Roundup around, 3 to 4 foot perimeter around the cabin, and knock some of these weeds down. And I think that's about my big thing for today. If you were wondering about the warm bond stove, the bond stove that I had last time, Sean was up with his wife Sarah, and they actually had the dog and the cat with them too for a nice trip. They were up here for about 5 days a few weeks back, and Sean used the bond stove a lot, and he said they were actually even cooking their meals on it. So that worked out pretty good, and I think he kind of agreed with me that it's more of maybe something we want to keep up for around the deck, and we want to have something a little bit more rugged, a little bit more something that you can see the flames and the big fire shooting out of it over here once that gets done. And I haven't heard anything about us getting our stone, and of course the grass is starting to grow up, or actually weeds I should say are starting to grow up over there. So hopefully that won't be one of those pipe dreams that we had. So I'm just going to have some coffee. I got the same breakfast as yesterday, going to have that, and then we'll get into that Blue Pot Cafe. I got one other thing to honor our wounded warriors, and I will put that up too. Hey, you don't got to worry about me, buddy. I got to worry about you. Here we are in the Blue Pot Cafe today to add some things on this 4th of July. The first I'm going to add is this nice looking flag. I know we have the one flag up there that flew over my dad's high school, and I'm glad that that's there. But I thought it would be nice to have something more of a full flag, and this is a nice little wood one, And I think I'm going to put it up right over here next to the pot and have that flying over there. So we just have a nice American flag. I know we put the flag out by the shed all the time, but I think it would be nice to have one inside. And there's the red, white, and blue. I think that's a good addition here to the camp. Well, the next addition that I have is a Purple Heart ribbon that I thought was appropriate to put up today, especially today. I think it means a lot to many people. All gave some, and some gave all. And this Purple Heart ribbon, it kind of endears that to everyone. As I think you remember the story that I mentioned, that the senior was wounded in Vietnam and refused his Purple Heart when they came around and gave it to him because he was in the hospital and he saw a lot of other men that were in such worse shape than him, and he thought he didn't deserve it. Well, I think he did, and you know, this goes up for him, many other men and women that have turned this down because they thought they weren't deserving of it. Well, I think you were, and this is going to go up in the blue pot for you. There it is, front and center, between the POW and MIA symbol, and the senior's 1970 Vietnam ribbon. I have is very special one. But first, a little background on the gentleman that gave that to me. His name is Jim. He lives in Philly, and he's been hunting since he's about 13. He's been going to camps since he's 13, and he's 23 now. And he said he watched all my videos, my camp videos, which actually started in 13 also, and now we'll be hitting 23 this year. So he's watched all of those. He said he kind of grew up with my videos. They have a nice camp up there that he spends time with his dad also. Picture of Jim and Jim. His dad's name is Jim. The deer they got last October and muzzleloader season, I think. They have a nice camp up there in Whitehaven. I have a coin. This coin honors Jimmy O'Connor. Jimmy was a dear friend of Jim's dad, or Jim. They worked together in the Philadelphia Police Department. And on March 13, 2020, Jimmy and the SWAT unit were serving a warrant early morning, came under fire, and Jimmy ended up giving the ultimate sacrifice, protecting his unit and the city of Philly. And this coin is going to go up there in our coin spot there, and we'll try to remember Jim this year, or Jimmy O'Connor this year, with a shot also when we're doing our shot on deer season. So this will go up there. This is very special, and Jim, I certainly appreciate it. I looked up the article in the Philadelphia Inquirer and read some things about that. Read some things about his family. So, again, this one's for you, Jim. And there it is up there, where it shall forever be. Again, honoring our men and women of the armed forces, our police force, our fire, our people that go in harm's way every day for us. So, this cafe, this little salute is for you. Well, out here on the deck, it's about 3:30, 4 o'clock, something like that. Had an early dinner, some street tacos. Let's take a quick look. And these were pretty good. Dressed them up. Had chicken and avocado, guacamole, some tomatoes, and some onions. They were real good. It was a good lunch. We'll eat some peanuts here and just throw the shells right here on the deck and sweep them away later, like they used to do at a couple of those steak restaurants, until somebody got sued from slipping on a peanut shell. They stopped that, but they go ahead and sit here a bit, just drinking some Gatorade now, switch over to a beer about an hour or so, something like that, and then maybe have another Scotch, but you'll see that a little bit, and kind of waiting to see what happens. Guy across the street was celebrating Independence Day with about 100 rounds of ammo. I heard crack off, and a couple more here or there, but I'm sure as dark ascends, we'll get some regular fireworks going, and we'll see what we can see from here. I don't quite think we'll be able to see too much, but you never know. Maybe I'll get an aid in the air, and that'll help us. So nice out here. That's about 76, 77 degrees. Nice breeze here on the deck. Thank goodness no rain. And just gonna kick back here and make a mess. Well, the craftsmanship that went into this cigar, you can see that. Very well done. I got this also when I was down there at the Big Humidor in Bridgeville, and this was one of the ones that they were selling also. So I saw that. I said, this have to get this, and it has to be in a video. So that was way back in April, I think. It was a little chilly out, I think, if I remember. That says it's a Maduro, and it's got some flavor to it. So this is going to be very interesting smoke here. And Upward Brewing, again, I appreciate that. A little bit too early for Scotch. It's about 5 o'clock. I don't want to get on the Scotch train right now, because I might be doing some driving later, or flying, and don't want to be out of control or anything like that. So I'm just going to have a nice beer. Got to settle back with this nice Pepe, and the Pepe cigar, and gonna really enjoy this. Who knows, I'm looking for that bear to come by again. I know there was a lot of shooting out here, like I said earlier. Draws perfectly, just like a regular cigar would do. So a little bit of Upward Brewing again. I appreciate it. It's very nice of you to send it off to me, and nice cigar. So we're gonna wait, and we'll see as it gets a little dark. I'm also gonna check the ham radio net for the Tioga County and see what's going on there. I have to get my radio out. I'll go in and get that right now. So we'll see what's going on, and we'll see what's going on a little bit later. That's kind of funny. I'm kind of smoking it just like a pipe. I'll tell you what, too. Let me put a frame into the movie I'm going to watch tonight. I think I'm just going to give you a single frame, and this was kind of came out of that those action movies, late '80s, early '90s, or mid '80s. I'm not exactly sure when this came out, but it's one of those movies, and I can remember going to the video store and looking up and, you know, checking out. I look forward to the days off that I could sit there and watch a movie and just kind of lose myself in it for a while, and those action movies certainly did that. So here's the frame. See if you can guess this one, and I know a lot of you are going to get it because I just can't seem to fool you, though I do have one in there. Cult drive-in classic from the early 70s that I think I'm going to save and see if I can stump you. Well, here we are on Wednesday morning. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. Got my Dunkin'. A little large with a turbo shot. Sean turned me on to them. But I'm in town here. I made my way down the mountain, wound down through the woods, out onto the road and through the Foggy Valley, and that's where we're at right now in town. Well, it was a good trip. Sorry it wasn't as action-packed as I would have liked, but maybe next time we'll get up there, we'll do some things. So this White Rook 85, everybody have a good one, and I'll catch you next time.